Good morning. Welcome to today's stream. Welcome to today's stream. All right, let's get started. So today is going to be pretty fluid, where we will pick up where we left off last time. So last week we were working on animating the drawer into 3D, which we did, and I just threw it up there on pen. Today I want to kind of finish that up. I want to fix the menu button. The menu button kind of stays on top on your slides as we tap, and then I think that was it, right? Do that, and then and I also want to bring in the drag. So instead of just pressing a button, we can also drag it from the corner. So let's take a look. Here's the app running. Got that going. All right. So, like I mentioned, we were looking at the example from so I'll try not to. Good morning, Dan. Welcome. I'll try not to lean too much. Let's take a look. There you go. So try not to lean that much. Okay. So let's get to it. What are we gonna do today? So let's go back here. Take a look at the code what we did last time. So we have. So this will be the last video of the last stream of this series, because once I'm done with this example, I wanna wrap it up. So we have everything in one giant file, because at the end of the day we want to throw it up on pen. That's why all my classes and everything is here. Let's take a quick review. Yeah, the hair is a whole different story, man. So I want them to be long enough where I can just put them all in one little tie, but I'm not there yet. So I'll play with it a little bit more, and then when I'm done playing with it, all going. It's not gonna stay around. But for now, I'll leave it. It's all natural curl, right? All I gotta do is just put some oil in and just let it do its thing. Okay. So the app we worked on, let's do a quick rundown of the app. So here's our app. We have our main app, where it's the entry point. All we're doing is we have a page, which is our root page. So we take a look at the root page. Let me know if the font is small. I've played around with different sizes, but if it's hard to read, just let me know in the chat. I have a root page which holds down this whole animation. So if you guys have been joining us in previous videos, what we have here actually are essentially two widgets that are they're in a stack, one behind another. So as we click menu, they animate in a way where they make it give you like a 3D look, but they're essentially just two widgets in a stack sitting on top of one another. The root page is where the stack lives, right? So the root page is like the main page. The root page has some animation that actually makes the 3D animation run. So we have a show hide menu, we have a details page. For the details page, what I did is that I didn't want to have a widget change, a container for each widget change. So I don't have to put a scaffold on every single page. What I did is I just created a shell detail page, which when we go to click on a tab on the left or pick a menu, it updates the title and the content of that page. So that way I only have to deal with one page having a scaffold. If I make changes to it, I just gotta do it in one place, right? But this just gives us, based on what's selected, return those. Nothing fancy here. Sounds like your widgets are special friends. Yes, they are friends. All widgets are friends. And its state, so this gets called, of course, when the main widget gets loaded. This is the initial state, and we're just setting up stuff like, okay, start with the login page. That way, when the app actually runs, it runs in this, where you are just, we're not doing anything with the input here. When you log in, it just lands you here. Nothing fancy. This is the build. This is the main thing. The last time we were talking about the 2 notification listeners I have. So the notification listeners are pretty cool. They are kind of like event handlers, where once something happens anywhere in your widget tree, it balloons up or bubbles up your event all the way up to any listener or subscriber. In this case, we have notification listener that listens to that and then just returns true. Means like, okay, I handle it, don't let it like propagate up anymore. I mean, don't, so this notification won't go up here. So I did that for 2 reasons. First is, as I'm selecting these different options, I'm notifying my main page by using a notification, which is just a notification class that has 2 options, and dispatch them right here. So when the menu gets selected, we just say what the menu, give it the 2 properties in the constructor, and then just dispatch it with the target, which is this. So when this gets dispatched, the listener is up all the way up here in the parent root page. There you go. It gets the notification. It does something with the notification and then just says, I'm done. Thank you. And then we have another one, which is the show hide menu. So now we have 2 widgets that are trying to tell the root page that I want you to show the menu or hide the menu. So that listener is like sitting on the very top. Every time I click on this or select this, it knows what to do. Inside, we have an animation builder that actually builds the animation. And here's the stack we have. We did some math. We actually borrowed it from the talk, so it gives us that 3D, nice 3D stuff. But what we have here is we have a slide, which tells us how much, when we slide this, how much of the screen should it take. And we just set it to 1.3 of the main width. So when we do this, it's pretty cool, because now regardless of what screen size we're on, it automatically just manages that, right? So we don't have to say media query, if at least this, then do that, and if that, then do this. It's all up here. That's pretty cool. Okay, and these are the 2 translate animations that we do, and here's the little math that takes care of this 3D animation, and that is it, right? Now what we do have is we have a menu page, and then we have a detail page that, again, depending on where you are, just returns that page if you're logged out or if you're logged in. Now I have them separately, right? And then not login page is not the same as detail page, and that's because what I said earlier is that we do have for our detail pages, all our detail pages like dashboard and everything else, I have something called a base page widget. The base page essentially just has a title and the content of that page, right? So I'm using this to, like I was saying earlier, to swap out content of my detail page. So here what happens is that my profile page is a base page, setting page, any menu item will have that base page. So when we set this base page to be a detail page, do here. So we know any page that's coming in here will have a title and a content. So when I'm setting the state, I can just say, hey, I will have a scaffold, and the title of the scaffold will be, that's the app bar. The title of that will be the title of my page, and the body of that widget will be the content. Right, so this is kind of makes it easier, so I don't have to, like, copy paste code or do a lot of other stuff. Pretty cool. And this is pretty much it, right? So now we have, look at the emulator, we have dashboard profile settings. They all have a base page with a title on top and some body content in the body. But when you do log out is not going to be part of that detail page, right? So the logout page, or in this case login page, doesn't care about the base page. So the login page is a straight up widget full stateful widget, and it just does its own thing, right? So that's why when we are saying that if you click logout, take me out of this whole thing, so now I cannot drag or menu or any of that stuff. Right? So nothing fancy. So welcome Frosting Fire. Do you recommend learning Kotlin for Android development? Absolutely. So I've been working in Kotlin for last 4 days. I'm working on something pretty cool. So I know this is not a Kotlin stream, so I don't want to get into too much, but I do plan on having a stream on Kotlin where I'm doing Kotlin using MVVM, using live data, using Room Kit or the Room library for database, and using Google Machine Learning Kit to do OCRs on text and barcode. I've been working on that for last 3 or 4 days, and it's the best, right? I love working in Android native. It's no secret, and I'm liking Kotlin a lot. I'm learning Kotlin. There's some really like minor things that they do in Kotlin, which is pretty sweet. So for instance, every now and then for debugging, I have to take a list and then just take all its children and put them on the list so I know what's in the list. There is a built-in function for Kotlin. It's called join to string, something like this, and it'll just do that for you. So I found that out. I was kind of laughing when I saw that. I was like, okay, well, they thought of it that way. But yes, if you are doing Android only, like native Android, then yeah, definitely look into Kotlin. It's pretty cool. Oh, so Dan is saying if you are doing Flutter, it means you should do native. So that's depending on who you talk to. Some people like that, some people don't. I don't mind it. I actually like it. I prefer it. But when you're working in Flutter and you have to write any native code, just like React Native, for instance, your native code will be in the native language. So you would have to know Java, Kotlin, Swift if you are writing something there. I don't know that right now when I use a template to generate if the native code, let's take a look. If the native code is in fact Kotlin, I doubt it. Let's take a look really quick. Whoa, where did it go? So you have, oh, take it back. Look at that, it is in Kotlin, which is pretty cool. But so apparently the latest template that I'm using on VS Code, that's where I actually started working on this code, and then I came over to Android Studio. But it is using Kotlin, so I would highly recommend if you're learning new, if you're trying to learn new Android or Flutter for that matter, and you're between Java and Kotlin, I would definitely like spend time and energy in Kotlin. Of course, just like iOS, you still have Objective-C in the mix that you can use, but they are really moving to Swift. Java is not gonna get ripped out right away, but Kotlin is the way forward. So I would definitely do it in Kotlin. And if you are thinking about like how to learn what's going on, YouTube is full of videos and resources. And if you want to do something fun, like I mentioned, I am planning on streaming on what I've been working on for the last couple of days or think it's 3 or 4 days. Join me here, and I'll probably walk everyone through on how to do that in Kotlin as well. A good question. Thank you. Okay, so got me excited for Kotlin. Going back to our cross-platform world here, we'll hide this, give us some more space. I'm guessing you guys can see the code just fine. Okay, so what are we doing next? So what I wanted to do as in here, I'm still following the example. If you guys want to follow along, I'm still following the example from the drawer challenge that Merson showed, which is here. He kind of built this, and this is what he had in his talk, where you can do the menu, have that, and this is where we started from, by the way. Anyway, digress. So one thing we need to do is the menu button. But how can we actually take the menu button out of the scaffolding and bring it out here? So let's go to the menu page. I mean the detail page. There you go, here's our scaffolding, here's our icon for menu. And when you press on it, something happens with it. So this is essentially what it is. I'm gonna take this. All right. Up here to our main page. We have two things already here. And give it some padding. There's the stuff. And we'll get the media query of my machine is really pushing hard to do what it's doing right now. And I'll tell you, I'm on a Mac, and I'm on a Mac mainly because of iOS, because anything that I'm working on has a iOS angle to it, so I have to have a Mac for this. But boy, the software is still so much behind than Windows. What do I mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean by that, especially when it comes to a lot of things. But let's just take streaming for instance. If you are in the streaming world, you have heard of Stream Elements, right? Which is a service that's pretty cool, has a bunch of free stuff that you can use. Our icon, and this is both tabs. We have an icon. Oh, this is a button we were talking about. Unpressed. And so what this will do is this will my listeners know that the button was pressed. So here's my icon. So what happened? Go ahead and save it. Right, it says it requires a material widget. That means here we can to wrap this guy in a child full stack and so we have this. So let's go ahead and hide that in our till page. Oh, there you go. Probably not able to do this either. So need to lift that up here as well. I think I got rid of this. Yeah. Here. We have show hide menu. We're calling from here. So we go down to now we just have the icon. Let's see. The toggle animation. Nope. No. So what are we doing here? Our root page, we have this animation. This is the animation that animate to. Don't need this. Why? Now I'm already on that page. Here we go. All right. So I didn't need to do this because I'm already here. I don't need to notify. So check this out. Now we have a menu button. But now when we tap on it, instead of getting animated away, it stays there. Then we can actually just click on it to bring it back. Right, so now we have to do the other part, which is Like I mentioned, right now I can't drag the left. So if I want to be able to drag it, I need to introduce some new things here. So we have the animation control. Okay, nice. So we'll need to start with some drag events. We have, how many drag events do we need? We'll have drag start, drag update, and drag end. Okay. So that will tell us where the drag, when the user is dragging or not. So this is our main menu page. Our main page. Down here, we'll say on drag started, and this one will have drag tails. And then we have on drag updated or update, drag update detail, and then we have on drag in details. All right, so we got our 3 drag events. I think I need some water. So what do we want to do when the drag starts? First thing first, we want to know if drag open from left. We'll say we need to know if we're coming from left or right. We need to only care about dragging from left, right? So we need to have some sort of a flag to tell us if it's dragging, if it can actually do the drag or not. Here I'll say boolean and drag. See what false, because remember in Flutter, in Dart, a boolean is a null by default, not false. Like if you're coming from .NET where it's false. I learned that the hard way a couple of streams ago. So now that we have this, let's go ahead and say is drag open from left. Is drag close from right. Say when the animation is complete. That. Then we'll set the can drag to be either one of those. My IDE. You struggling? Drag close. Right. That's why inside the build. That makes sense. It was inside the build method and it was telling me that all that code will be ignored because I'm already returning a widget. So, and it's telling me that I'm wasting my time there. So let's see if can drag is still good, then get the delta, the details, primary delta with the slide we have. And this slide where is this slide? I think I should just take it out of here. Get up. So that way everything in here has access to. We are still in build. No, you're not in build. Take this guy. Welcome, Acon23. Thank you for the follow. Now let's make sure. Oh, you know what? What it's doing? Because my slide, the slide we have depends on the context, right? Because we need to, that's why we put it in build. But if we put it up here, let's give it a go. I say slide is default. And build and set it. Just update all the. We'll see how this one goes. So we get the slide, and now we just tell the animation controller the value with the delta. This will take care of the dragging, and for the ending of that, we will say we need something called a fling velocity. Minimum fling, which is, give it a default. Now let's make sure that the animation is not already in progress. So if it's completed or missed, go no. Now if details, velocity, pixel per second. Again, all this math I'm taking it from the blog. They've already done the heavy loading for us, right? So I don't need to do this. Visual velocity, set it to velocity pixel per second. Divide that by the width will be media. Oh, so we were talking about the tools on Mac that suck. In our case, I have used OBS, like the generic OBS out of the box. It works pretty fine, works pretty well actually, until it doesn't. Right, so for me, it worked worked for a while just fine. And then I tried out Stream Elements, and they're cool, but guess what? They don't have an app for Mac, right? So I looked at their source code. They do have the source code available and instructions on how to actually build how to build OBS Live in Mac. But when I reached out to them, they were like, "Yeah, we have it, but it's not it's not something that we recommend you use." It's not something that we recommend we use because we think they depend on when you're using a browser source, they are depending on something that gets returned to the browser that they're relying on, and apparently Mac doesn't do that, so that's why they not there. But Streamlabs is able to do it, right? So I'm actually using Streamlabs OBS right now, but I don't like the service that much, to be honest, just because it's all paid and it doesn't give you anything to play with, right? It's always it's kind of pay to play stuff, which is fine. I don't mind paying, but I don't know if it's gonna work for me or not, right? Right now, I'm just making do with Streamlabs and then go from there. I could do this on Windows, but as you can see right now, I'm using iOS as a sample. I could use Android as a sample and then just move over to a Windows machine, but I try to do this on a machine that I use day to day, like for work and for things like this. And it just makes sense for me to be on my Mac and not switch between. So I do have another Mac that's running Boot Camp from work, which has Windows on it. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick to what I have right now and just see how it goes. Still new, still playing around, learning pretty cool things, but so far I think I like Streamlabs setup a little better. Could be wrong. I'll keep playing. All right, cool. So we did some drag updates that we needed to do for these. Now we need to actually use this, right? So where do we actually tell the animation that we want you to do something? So pretty simple. What we need is, so right now we're using our main thing was notifications. So we need to wrap all of this in a gesture widget, so that way when we tap it, it gets those. So go up here, we'll say I want this whole thing to be in a gesture detector, and we will have on horizontal drag. Time now. Grab this so the ID will chill. All right, so do I get it now? Horizontal drag start. There you go. So when we say it started, we will say on drag start, tid, sure. On horizontal drag update, on drag update. All right, and on horizontal drag end, on drag end. Cool. Set the behavior, it test behavior. There we go. Wow, it does seem like it's doing a lot, right? Machine is, what is this? Show high menu. The child is there. Actually, I don't need to wrap it there. Instead, I need to wrap them up. Right? Yeah, because the listeners don't care about this stuff. Now, if I save it, here you go. Check it out. Now I can drag it, and I can drag it back. If I drag from right, it shouldn't do anything. Awesome. Success. Okay. What do we have? We have a menu that we can tap on and it'll do the animation, or we can simply drag and it will still do the animation. Pretty cool, right? Okay. Stick around. I'm gonna grab me some water really quick because of my throat is doing something, or better yet, something hot. So I'll be right back in 30-ish seconds. All right, I'm back with my something hot. Thanks to my beautiful wife, who does not want to hear my groggy voice here. So, okay, so we had two goals. First was to make this menu button slide in and out, and second was to do the dragging. And we got those two in. What I want to do next, really, is to wrap this thing up, is to just add some content to these pages, I guess. Right? How can we like do that really quick? So actually, let's do it. What I like so far, what I like about this whole thing is that so far we have not had a need to bring in any third-party package. We're using all in Flutter and Dart, for that matter. And the reason also is being because if I'm going to throw this up on CodePen, I won't be able to use that. Well, I haven't checked it yet, but as of last time I checked, CodePen didn't have the third party support, right? Third party package support. So you couldn't go to PubDev, download a package, and then say, "Hey, CodePen, do it for me." Okay, so let's just come up here, take all this, go over to our pen, paste it, and make sure it's all Good. There is one header. Complaining about the shadow color. Yeah. See, another pain, that code pen complaining about shadow color. So where is our shadow? So in our details page, menu page, detail page, shadow color. Does not like that. Let's see. All right, it's trying really hard. All right. Ugh. Okay. First problem. We shouldn't see this on a login page. Right? Because now we are back where we started. But hey, look, we are on the web and we are still clicking and dragging. I love this. I'm gonna make it really huge and ugly. And then we'll say drag, and it still drags. If you notice, even though we changed the slide, we gave it a minimum of 300 and then we just update that slide value when the build context, when we get hand on the build context. So it's very nice. Now, what I'm seeing here is that even though I can hide the app bar shadow in the actual device, like on mobile device, it's not doing that for on the web. Oh, so on the web it wants that shadow. That's fine. I really care about it that much. So now, I don't know if you caught it. Something interesting. That here we are saying that wrap everything in a gesture detector, and then on tab do something right away, right? So that means if you tap anywhere, it's going to run the animation. I'm tapping on, oh, I don't know if you can see my mouse. You cannot. I'm tapping on the Word dashboard, it's running the animation. Okay? I don't want to do that. How about if I just take this thing out? Where I still wanted to have the drag behavior, but not the actual tap. And there you go. Now I can tap where I can, not worry about it, but only when I drag, it does that, or if I tap on this little icon. Okay, so this is cool. I do want to check before I finalize though. I do want to check what is going on with CodePen and the shadow color, because I really don't want the shadow color to be there. But one thing at a time. All right. We got the menu page. We got build our fancy things going. Detail page. Here's the dashboard page. So what can we do here? Then we have the profile page. Let's do this. We are going to go in our root page and remove that on tap. from the gesture detector, because that's not what we wanted to do. We'll remove this, let it save and come back to us. In the meanwhile, I just want to pull up Twitch. Can I pull up the mobile version of this? Yes, I can. I go in here, I say this, I'll tell you this. Alright, so we are saying it's the itty bitty phone. Looks weird. iPhone tennis. Okay. So I just want to see how Twitch dashboard looks. It has a Twitch icon on top, which I think works as a home page. Then there is another link, which is the directory. Then it has a search, some menu, has a big title up there, has another text, and has a couple of sliders, stuff that is live and stuff that is not. Did we build that? Oh, okay. That'll take us more than an hour, and that'll put me over my stream goal. I try not to stream all day. So what I'm gonna do is I will take something from one of my pens and then just use that. That's the way to do it, friends. You don't need to write code every single time. What did I do? What did I do? I think it was layout, was it? We'll take my book example and then we'll just make that our dashboard. How about that? This will be, because I think we did that for the login page as well. So this will be another exercise on how we can reuse code from CodePen. Once it loads, that is this thing. This guy. Okay. What can we do? Maybe we can just take this and make this part of our dashboard. So let's see. We have our home page. What if I take this whole build? What do we have in here? We have a container, a column, some things. And then we have two more widgets. Okay. So before I do that, let's go ahead and grab these widgets. The top 100 book, new releases, book item. Am I even using the book service? Yes, I am. Let's take it all. And the book. Okay, let's grab all this. We'll go down to the end of our page. I'm gonna throw it between here because this is kind of where my models are, so I don't want to mix stuff there. Paste it. I know it's not gonna like it, but it's all right. That's what we're here to do. We're here to fix these things. Okay, so we have a service. Let's just imagine we had more services here, and then these are just good old widgets. Now what I do want is I need to take this stack, this stack, oops, wrong stack. Where is my container, row. Wait, did I not copy that? I didn't. Oof. Okay, now it makes sense. I was like, what just happened? Okay, so we will grab this build. So we go back to the browser. Now we grab our actual page. Come down here to our detail dashboard page here. It's returning just this. Let's go ahead and return. I don't want to get center, so we'll just return that. All right. So what are we returning? Okay. I see what you're talking about. I will let you have it. So now we have some stuff. Save it. Show me what you got. And here we go, folks. Pretty cool, right? How fast it just quickly came on. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard. Apparently we are a bookstore or a reading app where our dashboard is full of books. All right, cool. I will take it, or this can use some love here. For now, let's leave it there. And we are gonna continue on hacking. We'll go back to some of my pens and we'll steal the stacks one because I think that was a profile one. You can start there and then kind of change it up. This gives us good starting point. It will not look consistent at all. Okay, pen. A little bit faster. So fancy drawer. This was login. This was login. Oh, you know what? Custom painter was pretty cool login. Okay, let's go to stacks. I'm getting off track. Let's go to stacks. This is one giant fat. I don't know if I like it that much. Should I use this one? Should I use something else? Okay, maybe not use it in exactly like the way it's shown here, but use the bits inside. How about that? We have this stack. Has textiles, have all these things. This is the container, which is the second guy. Let's just grab that container, see how that looks. And then we have another container for network image. What is this? Oh, damn it, that's my face. We need that. Okay. So let's actually grab all of it and we'll just take stuff out. So we go to our profile. Ooh, I think I copied the... Did I? Yep, I said that. And we had some styles. This will be one weird looking app. We have the style, the width and stuff. Grab that as well. All right, so now it's gonna say, hey, where's my custom paint for the top pattern? So what that is talking about is, see, in LinkedIn, when you go to the profile badge, there's this semicircle with two lines coming out of it from the top left. So in this particular pen, I used a custom painter to paint those two lines and the arc. Okay, so as you resize the frame, it sticks where it needs to stay, which is pretty cool. We go back here. In this case, I don't think I care about that right now, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Rest should be fine. If I save it, what happens? I go to profile. Okay. Again, looks weird. So we don't want all of this. Don't want the gray. Goes away. And I also don't care about this guy. So it's a stack that has that and my face on it. The first, we can get rid of that. There's something very satisfying about deleting code, especially if it's in your own code, because then you know what you're deleting. Okay. So this is the one that we were working with to make right there. Now it should just go up. Circle network. Right, so now it's at the top of my, if you can see, there's a white frame that's on top of that. And it's doing that because this container part of this column business. Can I take it out of the column? We have the column, then we have this. And this is the, oh, wait, that's the, okay. We need to take it out of this stack and put it in the other stack. So we'll come out of here and pick it up here. As we save it, it should all the way. There you go. Is it? So give it. Oh. Let's check this. We have a container that should be that. Oh, that's why. Come on. So everything, all my children in my stack will be center aligned. If I take this from center to top center, now my picture will be in the top center. There you go. Now I can tell it what I wanted to tell. So I can say it'll be hot minus 100 maybe. And remember, this height is not the actual height, it's the height we decided. Okay. Not bad. Let's get rid of the LinkedIn stuff. Also the view profile button, we don't need this, which means we also don't need the spacer. Gone. Okay, not bad. Now we have a column. We actually have a container. That's that circular thing. The first child, which is behind all this stack. So I put the container and this as the child. What is it saying? Margin is null. Take a look again. To 0, it'll be up there. There you go. Now this looks fine here, but I don't know if I actually get them. Let's take a look at this container. This container has margins, which will be height, which is height divided by 6. Yep. And we are saying that this guy wanted to be there as well, so I'm going to say height. That'll bring it right there. And because the image is 100, I can just say minus 50 to bring half of that. Cool. Okay, so now it's not hard coded like that because I don't want it to look funny when we move this over to the browser. Okay, we have this. We have some names, so let's take a look at this. All right. If we look at this, we have a stack again. Now, do we actually need this to be a stack anymore? I don't think so. It only has one child. Yeah, I don't think this needs to be a stack anymore. So let's do this. Get rid of the stack and change it with the column. Idea is that nothing should happen, and it didn't. Cool. So we just remove the unnecessary layout, which is what you want to do. If you go to the layout inspector, we'll see what's going on, like how many layouts we have, and then we generally never want to have a empty layout hanging around. Now we have a column that has, speaking of, do we even need the column anymore because I removed a bunch of stuff from there? What if I just take this and replace the column? And we don't need the expanded either. So we will, because we don't need the flex really. There you go. We just have a straight up column, has 3 containers. Boom, good. Nothing changed here. Oh, that looks nice. Now what I want is maybe instead of minus 50, I want minus 75. Take out just a little bit more. Yeah, a little better. The rest can stay. Right? So we have a column that has my name and things, company name. What if I do something like this? Eating constant. Oh man, this sucks. Didn't think this through. Icon start. Sure, let's just try this. Control space, it'll tell us everything we need to know. Oh, of course, not a string. The widget, so it's gonna be a text widget, and watch is gonna throw up. Won't let it. We'll say use the theme of context. Text theme, sure. Headline, not even headline. We'll just say body one. Oh, that's deprecated. Okay, so what do we call body text one? My bad. So if we save it, let's see what happens. Okay, so imagine if I had like my social links there, right? There you go. There. Okay, let's do that. Pick one. Which one is this? Name style, bio style, company style. We'll use bio style there. Okay, this is a bio style. So the text is small and gray in color and not really solid black. Okay, and the icons will be like social icons, Twitter, whatnot. For now, I'll just leave this up. There's no N here. And you there either. So I was trying to find a shortcut. Any of this make any sense? No, it's fine. Leave it as person. Leave it as a person, but maybe not make it so obvious. And again, I'm trying not to use any third-party thing, but I can definitely use some network images, didn't I? And let's do that. Let's run down to one resource I use a lot is icons 8. Oh, what if we use font awesome? Let's just go here. Twitter, let's see what we get here. Is there a way to use this without any third-party package? And yes, I am on DuckDuckGo. I made the move a while ago. Check out this blog post on Code Ninja. No, again, do not want to use that. Okay, so never mind. We will use something else. Let's see if we can use these. So, nope. Twitter. Oh, come on. And we'll go to material. Let's go to filled. Twitter square, sure. Of course, you have to give it credit since we are using it from there. So let's see if I can just use this. Copied. All right. So for the first one, the icon. Okay, so things probably cannot be image to a widget. Okay, of course, needs to be image widget. Not img, but image. What happens if we save it? Voila! Okay, so let's steal the other ones. Oops, did I say steal? Did I do that? All right. Without looking, if let's not waste time. Go back here. And of course we'll credit them. Twitch. Oh, one lonely icon. That'll do just fine. And this one is Twitch. Oh, sweet. And last but not least, YouTube. YouTube is called YouTube Play -v1. All right, this is pretty cool. Let's just drop one more in here, and this one will be, and then we can remove these now. We know what that is. One last one we need. Or should it be Discord? No, this is good. You're a one that doesn't have a circle thing. It's fine. This one looks better. Copied. Go back to code. You save it, what do we get? Alright, not bad. We just threw some icons in there. And that's fine. Now if I come here. Now we do need to okay, we got some of the icons here. Let's be a good developer. Down here, put a spacer, which is my way of lazy. Okay. Sorry, this is just funny. You know, writing UI in code has its own things. Okay, that love it or hate it. I have love-hate relationship with that. Definitely powerful, but eh. Okay, so we'll put our text in here. And the text will be actually, you know what? We'll put a gesture detector. Thank you. We'll give it a child. Will be text, and we'll give it a. Is it on pressed or tapped? On tap. Get to that in a second. We'll say icons from and we will say that the style for this guy is going to be a theme of text. Oh. Text style dot. I think if I say caption, it's going to be really tiny. Take a look. Did something happen? Okay, let's make sure I'm in the right place. We have a stack. Yep, the main stack has a container that has all this. Oh, don't need this guy. And I'll tell you why, because it's a stack, right? We just need to tell where to put his children. Right now they're top center, so this text is actually all the way there somewhere. What we'll do is we'll put it in a positioned widget. So that way you can tell. There you go, happy child. Gesture. Do. There you go, that's the position. Now what we need to do is from bottom and from left and one. See what we are doing here. Let's go ahead and just rerun the thing to make sure. All right. Oh, we still need to fix the menu. Okay. Go to profile. Right, so we have a fresh thing. What's going on here? We have a decoration, which is the face, and then we have container. Yep. Oh, is it white? because of the theme we can't see. There you go, bottom left. So it is where it should be, just text was matching the background. What if I don't give it left? Put it in the middle. Okay. So we gave them the proper edit there. All right, let's see what else we can get done really quick. I want to try something with Dart HTML. Oh, that's only on web though. Let's try it. Can't hurt. Oops. Not you. Let's get the URL really quick. Icon 8. Let's just grab anyone. We were to embed this dude. Use icon free. Please insert this somewhere on the page. Yeah, just copy this. No, I want to do it for each one. So we'll just say, are you back in the code? Yep, you are. Okay. We'll just say, take us to that. Nothing fancy. What happens if I tried something that work? Yeah, that's for the web. Here. See what else I have here. Navigator. Something there. So we got that. I want to open a link using any of those things. don't want to use a plugin. Go to docs, search, open URL. No, no, no. Okay, forget it. We'll just leave it. Get rid of this. I know on the web though it will work because when we put this in CodePen, it will know what it's doing. But on the devices, it probably wouldn't. So we'll just leave it. Okay, so what do we have? We have our profile page. We have our dashboard. Settings. What do we need for settings? Let's see. Page. What does our dashboard look like? Oh. Well, I do want to do something really quick though. Remember, we need to make sure that when we hit log out, these two things don't happen. We don't want it to drag, and then we don't want the menu. So let's come up here and say can drag. That's that. Let's also put in a new one that says show menu button. We'll just start with false. And we'll say on the login page, we'll come up here, we'll say select page full. That if the selected page is what is it called? Logout? If the page is logout, then menu icon. Actually, nope. I'm gonna say selected page equals logout. Now remember to do that, and we will just throw that in here as well. The selected page is logout and show menu button is false. I'm doing it here so that way I remember I have to come back to it. You can just remove it from here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna keep my thing can drag is false. Show menu button, it's set to false. Show menu button is that. And what does the show menu button mean? So position box. Visibility. I want to check this guy, but I want it to be visible or not. Say if menu button is true, then add this guy. How can I do that? When it was true, then I want you to add it. No, I don't want to do anything. Thing can be assigned to a list widget. Check it. Ah. And this is why I love how some of these things are so stupendous simple. I can just throw it in a visible widget. Then I can say your visibility, your visible depends on show menu button. Now that'll take care of that, but what about the drag? So if it's log out, show menu, I'm actually gonna do the same thing for drag here. So we'll say show menu, gesture, behavior, and drag started. Alright, how about that? Now it should look for these two before. Alright, let's take a look at this. Show menu button. init state. On the page. It's trying to do. Let's just do it here. Let's get. Alright, what do we get? Same thing. Right, there you go. Right, log in. Alright, make sure what happened. We are saying that the show menu. Oh. Like page is not log out. Show menu should be true. Does that make any sense? Let's see. We run it. So in login, the visibility is false. There you go. Now it comes back in. The animation works. How about the drag? Oh, so the drag works too. So that's what we want. And as soon as we log out, well, we want the menu to go away and the drag to go away. All right. Okay, that's good. Now what? Let's set up the settings page, and then page. Is there a shortcut for me to collapse all these? Let's see. Where is my profile page? We got something in there. Settings page. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Let's see if I'll put some text and then some things in front of it. Use a row. Yeah, let's do that. We'll have a column, and then column has children, and it has a row, which again has children. First child of the row will be a text. Call it show top 100 in the dashboard. Dashboard. All right, and then we'll say just a switch, and we will say that the main axis alignment is alignment space between these. Oops. It's main axis alignment. Main axis alignment. Space between it. Let's actually go to settings page so we can what's going on here. Something is failing. Let's take a look in a book. I expected that. Oh, my bad. Oh, playing with. We've been working in Kotlin for a couple of days on this. The semicolon is still messing with my brain. Okay, this is screaming because my column and rows are all fighting. Let's fix that. Let's first give this a style. Theme. Type faster than this today. We will say title. So title is deprecated, but subtitle is not. Okay. So we have column, we have main alignment. Start. Okay, let's check something really quick. We will go to Flutter. Let's check out material. Checkbox is probably what I want to use. Let's see, checkbox and toggles. Switch. Alright, so we can use both, why not? Start with switch because this is what I want to use. Right. Alright, let's check it. Don't care about the values or anything like this. I'm gonna throw this whole thing in a container, see if there's a problem here. Oops, copy that. Take that. And then here we'll give it some padding. Edge that's is it 16 that I've been giving everywhere or 30? It's not bad. Let's tell you what, you'll leave the padding to be 16, but margin we will play with. We'll say 16, 30. Just to give it a little bit more spacing from the top. Now let's go ahead and get this. Have a row. Have children. This is doing what I would expect it to do. But we need to do something about our switch. So we will say I need a switch, and we don't care about the value. Care about the color. What is the color of my background? I know it's ugly, but just pick one. Root page. Root page. There you go. Throw up also let's see. Again. Settings. I need to here. We'll say do something here, no worries. Go ahead and save it. And we have value start with true, unchanged. I think it was all about that. We have this. And the value is always going to be true. So let's just come up here. I don't get it though. Why do I need to give it value? Because if I don't give it value, it doesn't know what to do. If I do give it value, then that means now I have to worry about my values here. So something like show top, for example, will be true. And I may have well, let's just start with one. We'll just say we have show top, and this is the value, and then thing like this happens. I will set the state and say that show top is now new value. Goes back to that. What is going on here? Let's see. We are in a state, we're in the build. We have show top up here. We are saying when the value changes, I want you to set state. Okay, now it makes sense. Didn't have the proper exposure on there. And the color is black. What if I don't give it a color? What is the default color? Alright, takes that. Oh, yeah, this color, the red color. What is that color? Let's look for it. We'll say constant color. We are in that page. Nope. Menu page. Ta-da! There you go. Go to where is the switch? Okay, now it'll look better. There you go. Now, cool. So lesson learned. Switch needs a bit of setup. Definitely needs value. I don't know why Android Studio didn't tell me that. Usually it does tell me when something like this happens. Now what I do want is in my container I have a row, but I want to give it some description. We have a main column. Here I'm gonna have another column, and we'll have children. And then when the row ends, All right. Now it looks a little off. Bring it here. Oh. Okay. The row is up there. Yep. All good. Just back a little. Need to bring it back all the way back here. There you go. Now what I want to do is I want to have a row, and underneath that row I want to have text. I'll keep the same styling, so we'll just say you can always be top 100 by visiting the web. Okay, now what I do want in my children, this column, I want my main axis, actually my cross axis alignment to start. Now I should line up the first 2 weeks. Now what I do want to do here is actually this is, yeah, we'll keep it. Actually this one I would like it to be, what is this? I don't like it. I like it? No, I don't like it. So if I say body text 1, so how about if I say subtitle, it's definitely not a heading, so let's just say subtitle 1. Keep this on body text 1. What about 2? Smaller, bigger? Okay, I think this is better. So the idea is that we'll have a option with some description. Nope. I should really have my own styles, but let's just leave it like this for now. We'll take this column, okay, one correction really quick. I want column container actually. Second one we'll have notify when top 100 is updated. When top 100 list is updated with new collection, you will receive a notification. Okay, that's okay. We have a settings page, profile page, and dashboard page. Okay, I think now we're at a point where we can actually stop it. We have made some good progress on a lot of these things. So we will save it, bring it all over to the browser, go to our pen. I think I was already on there. And go down to our fancy drawer. CodePen's website is slow. I think they're trying to do a lot of stuff on each page or something. I don't know why, but I don't know what's going on because I think on this particular page is trying to render each of those pens their thumbnail or something, but slow. Okay, so we'll wait for this. And now that we have all our code in one place, we come in here and go ahead and paste it. The color is back, so we'll get rid of that. Save it. While it's doing that, see if we can do one last thing. We can update our login page to match our custom painter that we did, which was pretty nice. What did I just open? Did I open my movies? Okay, this is not helping. It's kind of slow, but we'll get through it. There you go. So we'll go to custom painter and we will grab some items from here. Okay, so we have a background program. Come up here, take a look at our login page. Login page is a stack suite, is a container, which is the background, has stuff in front of it. That's fine. So come up here. Did not update, so let's paste it again. Complain about shadow color again. Remove it again. Save it. See if we get what we get. Now remember, the trick or what we're looking for is that on the login page, just like on mobile devices, we shouldn't see this, but I'm still seeing it. Trying to figure out what is it do, is it trying to build. Yeah, it hasn't updated yet. Shouldn't take this long. So when this happens, that means there might be something going on in here. So we will go ahead and rerun the app. Make sure there aren't any warnings or errors being thrown, that the ID is able to, yeah. Nothing going on there, no error, no event logs. It's doing what it should. Let's see, pass. I'm gonna change these in black. Get much better. Let's copy it again. Go to the browser, paste it. It's gonna complain about the shadow thing. We will remove it and we will say save. Now we want you to run. Oh, there you go, it's running. Okay, whew. So now we log in. We get a dashboard. We go to profile. We get a profile. We go to settings. We get settings. And this thing is working. Let's go ahead and fix that because it's gonna bother me. So we'll go down to our settings page. It might be up there. Dashboard page. Hold on, let me find out. Switch 468. 468. There you go. So we'll go here and say send notifications set to true and just use that here when we do notifications. Is that right? Let's state new value by, yep. Yes, it is used. Go away. Give it. Housekeeping. You can notification and value should also be that. Save it. I'm in here. The setting. Yep, all good. So here also make sure we updated that. So paste it, save it. They're saved, but not yet because they're still synced. All right, there you go. It's okay for it to take that long because our file has grown from 180 lines to now close to 800 lines. We did this in 3 different streams. The span of 3 streams we came this far. Sweet, there you go. Now we can drag it and we can go to profile. Very nice. We can drag it. Go to dashboard. Very nice. We can drag and log out. All right. So this is it, guys. I think we did pretty good. So starting next week, I'm gonna start doing a little bit more like end-to-end on the apps, just like we did here, right? We started with the concept just to do the animation on the 3D drawer, and then started to add more things. So starting next week, I'll probably start working on an app from scratch, and then that code will probably be in GitHub because I'm gonna start bringing in some packages like provider package for state management and something to make network calls and stuff like that. So we'll see what we can start next week. But if you are new to Flutter and learning just like I am, join in and then we'll talk through it. We'll have some fun doing it. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Till then, have fun and be safe.